Now here we're going to explore instant trend lines, which are a premium feature, and they are similar to automatic trend lines in as much as they are the equivalent of going to automatic trend line and dropping lines from both the top and the bottom. But the beauty of these is that they are shown for each and every chart that you scroll through, which is obviously a huge time saver. So I'll turn those on, and just to turn them off, obviously you just go back to the exact same place to hide the instant trend lines, but we'll leave them on. And as you scroll through these, you can see the purple lines are shown automatically. Now, some tend to be more useful than others. For example, those trend lines there, I consider, especially the top one, fairly useless, whereas others, for example, let me find a good one here. Here's a good one. This is a nice little channel. These are much more useful. Let me try to find one which is especially good. And you can see these vary quite a bit. The ones that resemble channels tend to be more useful. Like this, for example, the ascending trend line is rather old. This horizontal isn't particularly helpful. But here's one, Grupo Televisa, which is rather good. And if you find one that you like, what you can do is you can right click on it and you can keep either this trend line, meaning the one I'm pointing at, or both trend lines. And if I do that, you'll see them instantly change color. And the reason they change those particular colors is that I've set those colors as my default in my trend line tool. But the beauty of this is that you can very swiftly examine the trend lines and find out which ones you want to keep as permanent, helpful guides to whatever charting you're doing. It's, as with all automatic trend lines, a tremendous time saver because they are shown at once. They don't have to involve you gently putting down anchor points. And it's the bottom line here is that is a tremendous time saver as opposed to doing this by hand. Here's one other one that I think is rather helpful too. I'll say keep both trend lines. And by way of illustration, I'll turn the instant trend lines off. So I go to menu, go to automatic trend line, and I go down to hide instant trend lines. So now you can see as I go through, the purple automatic trend lines are no longer showing, simply the ones that I've made myself, or in this case, preserved